Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video our topic is parallel lines. So first we're going to be looking at the properties of a parallel line, and then we are going to be looking how parallel lines look like and some similarities between the two lines. So first let's do the properties. So the first property for parallel lines is that they are coplanar lines. So what coplanar means is that they are in the same plane. They are in the same plane. So parallel lines are coplanar, meaning they are in the same plane. The most important one is that parallel lines don't ever intersect. So they never intersect. Because parallel lines go straight in one direction, they will never intersect each other. So if they intersect, then that means that they are not parallel lines. So the parallel lines also have the same slope. And the symbol used to represent that these two lines are parallel is this sign. So for example, if we were to say that the line AB is parallel to line CD. That is how we are going to use the symbol. Now let's move on to the drawing part. So here we have parallel lines. So we can see that they both go in the same direction, and so then we can also say that they never intersect, because this one is going to keep going in this direction and this one is going to keep going in this direction. They're never going to intersect. And they're parallel lines because they are right next to each other. We can name these lines Z and X. This point can be Y and this can be W. So here we can say line ZX is parallel to line YW. That is one thing we can use. Another one to show in the diagram that they are parallel is we use this sign to show that they are parallel. However, we have more than 4 lines in a diagram, and we need to identify which one of them are parallel, or we are given some arrows like this, but some of them have more than one arrow. What does that mean? So for example, these two are parallel and these two are parallel. So we can't use this sign for all of these 4 lines, because we know this one is not parallel to this one because they're intersecting. Same goes for this one and this one. They're not parallel. So one thing we can do is we can say these two are parallel by drawing one arrow symbol. But to show that these two are parallel, we have to have something different from these two so that we don't get confused. So we can use 2 arrows symbol to show that these two are parallel. So that's another way we can show that 2 lines are parallel. Now let's move on to the slope part. So here we have 2 parallel lines with some points given. These are not drawn to scale, but we are going to use these points to show that parallel lines have the same slope. Here we're going to use the slope formula, which is m, which is slope equals y2 subtract y1 over x2, subtract x1, which will give us our rise over run. So we're going to first find the slope of line CE, which is going to be 0 plus 1 over 3 plus 2, which is going to give us 1 over 5. The rise is 1, and the run is 5. Then we have the next line. We're going to do the same thing, and this is line xy. So the slope for line xy is going to be 2 subtract 1 over 3 plus 2, and it is going to give us 1 over 5. And we can see that they both have the same slope. So here we can see that they both have the same slope. That means that parallel lines have the same slope. And however, they don't have the same equation. So the equation which I'm talking about is the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. They are going to have the same m as we did, but they're not going to have the same b. Because if they have the same equation, then that means that they are the same line. They're not parallel lines then. So the same equation is going to be like they're overlapping, which is not the case here. They're next to each other, but they're not overlapping. And so therefore, for parallel lines, we have to keep a few things in mind. Is that they have the same slope, as I said over there, but different but different y-intercept. So they have to have a different y-intercept because, as I said before, if they have the same y-intercept, that will mean that they're the same line. However, that is not the case here. So they would have to have a different y-intercept. Their intercepts cannot be the same number. These are just some of the things that parallel lines have. Again, they are coplanar lines. They have the same slope but not the same y-intercept, and they never intersect. Some of the symbols used to represent parallel lines while writing is these two lines next to each other and the arrow sign on the lines to show that they are parallel. So that's it for today's video. If you guys like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you get the notification whenever our new video comes out.